I talk about money a lot on this channel because, well, you need it to survive. But if there's anything I've learned in life, it's that money isn't everything. And the fastest way to earn more money is when you stop worrying about it. So in this video, I want to outline 5 really cool opportunities that came about after starting my blog, aside from making money. Although in the end, they have indirectly and drastically increased my bank account. Let's get into it. So for starters, I use a platform called Medium to host my blog. If you're interested in learning how to get started and start earning money on Medium, I will add a link to a free and full tutorial at the end of this video. So stay tuned for that. But anyway, when I first started my blog, I had no real desires to earn any money from it. At the time, I had just returned to a full-time job after a year of full-time freelancing and truthfully just needed a break from thinking about money. So I started my blog as an uninhibited space to express myself without the input of clients or having to think about money. But it's not hyperbole to say that that decision literally changed my life. If you're a science fiction nerd like me, it was the moment my timeline split and I started moving toward a much more fulfilling life. And almost immediately, doors started opening, starting with the ability to call myself a writer. This is a very overlooked first step when embarking on any new journey. Many people will delay adapting the moniker of writer until they've earned a certain amount of money or reached a certain level of status. But because so much of our behavior is unconscious, you won't start acting like a writer until you feel like one. And the quickest way to feel like a writer is to call yourself a writer. So, as an actionable first step, I would urge you to remove the word aspiring from your bio. You write, therefore you're a writer, even if you haven't made a single penny. After gaining this initial confidence, my demeanor changed, and doors began swinging open. So, I never went to college, and as such, I've never had the luxury of starting any job with any level of authority or status. My trajectory has always been to get in wherever I can, usually in an entry-level role, and show that I can move up in the company. I've been fortunate enough to do this a number of times and have earned 6-figure salaries with no formal education. But when applying for jobs, I've always had to find strategic ways to stand out from the crowd. So when I returned to the job search for full-time work after my failed attempt at launching a business, I was really not looking forward to working in a stockroom as a server or selling furniture like I had before. And it was actually my Medium blog that helped me land a cool work-from-home job at a trendy startup. Nowadays, companies hire based on experience and overall vibe more than ever before. And something like a blog can showcase who you are and some of your big picture ideas. What I did was make a simple freelancing portfolio in Canva and added to my resume when applying for jobs in lieu of the formal education section. I have since turned it into a template, which you can download in the description below. If you're not familiar with my story, in 2016, I quit my cushy yet unfulfilling job to discover what it is I wanted to do with my life. I sold my condo and traveled the world exploring various business ideas, one of which was an e-commerce brand which failed spectacularly but helped me rediscover my passion for writing. Although in the end, I do consider it a net win. I spent my life savings and went into debt in the process. So the last few years for me have been all about rebuilding and repaying. To do this, I worked multiple full-time jobs while freelancing on the side. And although freelancing is admittedly not something I enjoy, since starting my Medium blog, I regularly receive offers to guest post and have even sold the rights to some of my articles to educators and brands. This is actually a really cool business model if you don't mind cold emailing. I've written an entire article breaking down exactly how to get started with this business model in my newsletter, which I will add to the pinned comment. Probably the biggest lesson I've learned since starting to write online is that you can't do it alone. Being introverted by nature, I tend to keep to myself, and in the past, I didn't like to bother other writers. But through forcing myself to connect with others, I've been able to explore multiple platforms and learn valuable information you can't find online. Things like how people are actually making money online versus what they post about, and what specific platforms are being used for. And perhaps most importantly, I've learned that no one knows what they're doing. As much as it may seem like it online, even the most successful people are still figuring things out. Which leads me to this last opportunity, which is my personal favorite. Medium is a very niche platform, so it's always cool to see public figures and celebrities like Natalie Portman, Barack Obama, or James Clear post on the platform that breaks down that barrier of connection I often feel with these heightened individuals. So after writing a viral article a few months ago, it was pretty cool to receive a DM from a large influencer named Ben, known online as Knees Over Toes Guy. I had seen Ben on the Joe Rogan Experience, loved his work, and after writing an article on how his knee rehabilitation has helped me, he reached out and we exchanged phone numbers. This might sound silly, but it makes me feel like I'm only ever one viral article away from reaching that next step in my career. I hope this list gave you some insight into some of the benefits of starting a blog aside from page views and earning money. If you enjoyed it, I would love for you to like, comment, subscribe, and share it with somebody who may enjoy it as well. And finally, as promised, here's a full tutorial on how to start your own blog and start earning money using Medium. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.